we had just arrived on the Amtrak train when suddenly the train station began to rumble like we hadn't felt or seen before. Millions of Americans feeling and fearing the same thing at that moment, obviously with the 10th anniversary of 9/11 approaching. And this morning here, we're getting a clearer picture of the damage, that crack at the top of the Washington Monument. The estimated 5.8 quake drove thousands from office buildings and train stations, even damaged national treasures, creating that crack in the Washington Monument's capstone. Near the epicenter in Mineral, Virginia, supermarket surveillance video captured the moment. The White House shook. And at the National Cathedral in Washington, damage to 3 of the 4 pinnacles atop the tower. The quake interrupts this commercial being taped in Virginia.
Just thought we'd take this opportunity to show you our new customer waiting room. Hey, you feel that?
And in New York, as the DA was holding a press conference, you could see it in his face.
No, I'm okay. I've been through earthquakes in Seattle.
His colleagues racing to leave the platform.
911 operators were overwhelmed by frightened callers.
I need you to calm down for me, okay? Okay, take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
We were on board an Amtrak train to D.C. when suddenly Union Station, the train station, started shaking violently. Officers yelling to us and to passengers to get out. So many workers from Washington to New York had that same feeling in their gut, just weeks now before this country marks 10 years since 9/11.
The ground started shaking and people started screaming and running around.
It's scary when you're all the way up there, on the 14th floor. It's not easy.
The most powerful East Coast earthquake in nearly 7 decades left its mark.
Back at the damaged Washington Monument, the Cross family was at the top. They say they felt the monument sway nearly a foot.
There's a lot of chaos, a lot of people yelling, some screaming.
They said they felt pieces of the monument falling on them.
And most interesting, the lemurs at the National Zoo began alarm calling a full 15 minutes before the quake hit. Sounding the alarm, in fact. Here in Washington this morning, some of the public schools are closed and some of the national monuments as well for inspection. So if you're here traveling with your family, do call ahead. Robin, I got to tell you, deep in that Union Station, the train station down below, when it started to rumble and people were yelling terror, bomb, and screaming, a real sense of just how frightening this was for so many Americans for a time. And I've got to tell you how many people came up to me and said they were relieved this was just an earthquake. When have you heard that before?
Rarely do you hear that. A lot of rattled nerves. Okay, David, thank you.